it's Miss Smith. Today, I want to talk to you about how to wash your hands like nurses and doctors wash their hands to really get rid of those nasty, invisible germs. Now, maybe you've heard of germs. And you know that when I say they're invisible, I mean that we can't see germs with our eyes. We have to have something called a microscope to see germs. But here's what scientists have taught us about germs: germs can get into our bodies in lots of ways. Whether it's through our mouth, because we stick our hands in our mouth or up our nose, because we're digging up in our nose, or we rub our eyes with our hands, or maybe we have a cut or an or open sore on our bodies and we're touching those open sores because we don't have a band-aid on them, and those germs creep into our bodies and make us sick in different ways, whether it gets our boo-boos infected, or we end up getting a cold, or we end up getting some other kind of illness that really, really hurts our bodies. And so, guys, we can't see germs, but we know that germs are everywhere we go. So, when we are in our house or outside of our house, whether it's at school or at a store or at a friend's house or anywhere, we have to think about germs. And when we're washing our hands, we have to do a good job of washing our hands. Because let's be honest, I know what some of you do. You either skip washing your hands. I know you do it. Or you turn on the water and you run water on your hands and then you say, I'm done. I wash my hands. No, that's not gonna cut it, folks. We've got to practice washing our hands the correct way. When I say the correct way, I mean that there is a special, important, correct way to wash our hands that actually does a pretty good job getting rid of most of the germs. Now, I'm not a doctor and I'm not a nurse, but I have some nurse friends who have taught me their special way of washing hands to get rid of as many germs as possible. So, this would be what you would do if your hands are just dirty because you've been outside playing, or if you're about to eat and you need clean hands because your hands are going to be near your mouth, or maybe you've gone to the restroom and done your personal business and you need to wash your hands before you leave the bathroom. All of those reasons, and maybe there's more situations where you just need to wash your hands. Hey, let's say that you blown your nose and you got oogie boogies all over your hands. Yeah, you need to wash your hands. Now, when I'm talking about washing my hands, I'm talking about using soap, water, and paper towels. But what I'm about to show you today could also work with hand sanitizer, because what I'm about to show you is how to wash all parts of your hands. Okay, remember I just said parts because there's more than one part of your hand. Okay, so are you ready? Let's get started. I'm going to tell you what you need. Remember, you need to be in front of a sink. You need to have soap, okay? And you need paper towels. Now, here's what I do. When I am at school, or if I'm at Walmart or the grocery store or somewhere else, then there's probably not going to be cloth towels in those places. Those are usually only happening at your house, right? And that's fine. You and your family using cloth paper towels is fine. But those cloth paper towels need to be washed at least once a week, maybe even every few days is better, just to make sure that all the germs are getting cleaned off that fabric. But when you're somewhere else, you're probably going to have paper towels. So when I go to a restroom and I need to wash my hands, after I do my personal business in the toilet and flush the toilet, I go straight to the paper towel holder and I get 2 paper towels. 2. Okay? You're going to see why. Because one paper towel is for the sink and the other one is for me. One's for the sink, the other's for me. One's for the sink, the other's for me. All right, you got that? All right, so here we go. I have gotten one of my paper towels and I am turning on the water with it because I don't know if there's germs on that handle or not. And so I'm going to turn on the water and I'm going to leave the paper towel on that handle. Got that? Turn it on and leave that paper towel there. And you hear my water running. So I'm going to wet my hands and then with my wrist, I'm going to pump the soap. Now, if it's an automatic pump, you don't have to worry about that. You just stick your hand under there. But now that I've got my soap in my hands, just so you can hear, I'm going to turn that water off, okay? Now, you may not turn it off when you're really doing this. You may leave that water running, but so you can hear me talk and show you this, I'm turning the water off, okay? But my paper towel is still there. In case I need to turn it back on, my paper towel is still sitting here on my handle. Can you see it? Let's see. Oh, yep, there it is. There it is right there. Okay, so guys, I have my hands wet. I have soap in my hands. Are you ready? We're going to wash all parts of our hands. Here we go. Part number 1 is called your palms. Now, rubbing it in your palms is making bubbles. We want to make what we call bubble gloves. We want so many bubbles that it looks like our hands are covered in gloves. So I'm rubbing, you see I'm rubbing in circles like this, and I'm getting some good little bubble gloves going on, but my hands are not covered yet because look, there's the backs of my hands. They're not covered yet. So palms are part 1 of your hands. Part 2 is the back. So I'm going to rub back and forth. I can rub in circles and I can make my bubble gloves here on my palms and the tops of my hands. So that's 2 parts. Palms, tops of hands, part 3. There's spaces in between our fingers. So we're going to rub back and forth in between our fingers. Then we have more parts, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got all 4 of these little fingers on each side, but look who's getting left out. Mr. Thumb is getting left out. He needs a little rubbing party. We don't need to exclude him, so we're going to get this next part called our thumbs, but we're still leaving out parts because look, I've got a wrist here that needs to be included. So I'm rubbing my wrist, but then I leave my favorite part for last because germs like to hide in the crevices of our bodies. Crevices means deep, dark caverns. Like these little lines in our hands and those little spaces under our fingernails, those are deep, dark caverns. So the last part is a tickle party. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle. You're getting those bubbles in those lines of your hands and also under your fingernails. So you tickle, you tickle, you tickle. Now those are the parts of your hands. Once you're done, you're ready to rinse. Now, some people will say that while you're doing that, you can sing a song. Yeah, you can sing a song. You can sing Happy Birthday. You can sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You can sing whatever song you want to, but you need to be able to clean all parts of your hands before you rinse. Okay? You got that? So, let's go back over it. You ready? All right. I am going to rinse my hands. Now remember, my paper towel's still there. I'm going to rinse my hands, and we're going to start over. Are you ready? All right, rewind. Take 2. Here we go. We've done our personal business in the bathroom. We flush the toilet. We get out of the bathroom and we go straight to the paper towels, and we get how many? Yup, 2. The first paper towel goes on the sink to turn on your water. Remember, one's for the sink and one's for me. Sink gets turned on. My hands get rinsed. I'm leaving the water running. I get soap. I rub the palms of my hands. I rub the back of my hands. I'm getting some pretty good bubble gloves here in between my fingers. Don't miss out on the thumbs. Oh, don't forget the wrists. And then it's time for the tickle party, ladies and gentlemen. Tickle, 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 tickle. Oh, boy. Oh, can we do it again? Here we go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Miss Smith. Happy birthday to me. Again, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Miss Smith. Happy birthday to me. Rinse, rinse, rinse. Rinse it all, because you've got it all the way on your wrists. Oh boy, my paper towel's still there. So I can turn it off and grab paper towel number 2, because it's for me to dry off. Ta-da! And then these paper towels, they go in the trash can, not on the floor and not in the toilet. Now, let's talk about hand sanitizer. Could these same parts be done with this? Absolutely. So are you ready to try it with hand sanitizer? You don't have to worry about water and paper towels when you got hand sanitizer, right? But when you're using the pump on the hand sanitizer, instead of pushing down with your hands, guess what? You can use the side of your wrist to do it. Okay? And you just give yourself one pump. So are you ready? All parts of the hands. I'm gonna pump. You ready? Pumps, and here we go. Practice it with me. All parts of the hands. On your mark, get set, go. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Miss Smith. Happy birthday to me. Done. Now, guys, sometimes we forget. I know. We get in a hurry and we don't really take our time to wash our hands. But guys, you know, you've probably heard there's been a lot of nasty germs floating around our world that's making people really, really sick. So even if you've kind of had your lazy and stubborn buttons on lately when it comes to washing hands, I want to challenge you to really start putting forth an effort and making sure that you take the time to wash your hands the right way. And if you don't have soap and water, then make sure that all parts of your hands get clean with hand sanitizer. I hope you had fun today learning how to wash your hands like doctors and nurses. Have a good day.